You're not trapped. You've never been trapped. The only thing holding you back is a lie you've been told, and it's time to wake up and realize your true power. Imagine for a moment you're in the middle of your deepest despair. Everything seems like it's falling apart. No matter what you do, things aren't changing. You're stuck in a rut, and you feel like there's no way out. We've all been there, haven't we? Feeling helpless, like we're simply at the mercy of a world that's moving against us. But what if I told you that everything you've been told about your misery is wrong? This idea may sound unbelievable at first, but it's a concept that Neville Goddard, one of the most profound spiritual teachers of our time, taught. You are not helpless. In fact, you are the power behind the world you see. Goddard spoke about the power of imagination. Not just any imagination, but the divine imagination that creates everything, from your thoughts to the reality you live in. He argued that you're not a powerless being waiting for external forces to decide your fate. No, you are the creator of your own reality. The world you see around you is nothing more than an extension of your inner world. Your suffering, your pain, your joy, all of it comes from within you, and you have the power to change it. You see, everything that happens to you happens because you, knowingly or unknowingly, created it. Whether it's the joy you're feeling or the misery you're enduring, it all comes from the thoughts and beliefs you hold. And just like you created the current circumstances, you can change them. Neville's teaching was simple. If you don't like where you are, change your imagination. In fact, your imagination isn't just some whimsical daydreaming space. It's the very source of your life. This might seem too powerful to believe, but once you realize that everything, from your feelings to the events unfolding in your life, is a product of your imagination, you'll see just how much control you really have. The world doesn't dictate your state of being. You do. And this is where it gets powerful. Everything that exists in the world is waiting for you to recognize and claim it. The good, the bad, the joy, the sorrow, they all exist in God, and they all exist in you. The only thing you need to do is decide which state you want to embody. Now here's the thing. Once you realize that the world around you isn't the cause of your misery, but rather a reflection of your inner state, everything changes. No longer are you just a passive observer, hoping for the world to change for you. You become the active creator. And that's when things get interesting. Neville Goddard often spoke of how, at the very beginning of creation, the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters, and everything came into being. But the key here is that everything that has ever existed, everything that ever will exist, was created through this movement, a movement within God. And guess what? You are part of that movement. You are that movement. What does this mean for you in practical terms? It means that no matter how helpless you may feel, no matter how deep your despair may seem, you are not stuck. You are not cursed. You are not suffering because of some external force or deity outside of you. You are suffering because you've forgotten your own power. You've forgotten that you are God's power, His wisdom, His imagination in motion. Think about this. Imagine yourself into a new state. You don't need anything to change in the physical world for your experience to shift. You need only to change your imagination. It's that simple. You are the one who has been imagining yourself into the state you find yourself in today. And with that same power, you can imagine yourself into any state you desire. If you're struggling with misery, feel stuck, or simply feel hopeless, realize that you're only there because you've been imagining it. Change your inner state and your outer world will follow. Neville didn't just speak about abstract ideas, he gave a way out, a real, tangible way to shift everything. It starts with the imagination, with changing how you see the world, how you see yourself. You are Jesus. Yes, you. Because Jesus Christ is not a person outside of you. He is the imagination within you. He is the power that moves everything, that creates everything, that saves you from your own limitations. When you feel stuck, when you feel hopeless, remember that you have the power to change everything with the simplest tool, your imagination. No one outside of you can change your life. The answer has always been within you, and now you know the truth. You are not helpless. You are not at the mercy of anything or anyone. You are God's imagination in action, and the world is waiting for you to claim your power. Stop waiting for things to change. Start imagining the world you want to live in and watch it unfold before your eyes. The power to transform your life has always been in your hands. Own it now.